Polly.
You are now listening to
The Polygenesis Show.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Polygenesis Show.
Hello.
I am your host, Coach Bruce, and I'm with my lovely co-hosts, Qiana and Jasmine.
What up, y'all?
Yo, check it, man. We got a special guest in the building today.
Yep.
Special guest.
Yep.
We want to give it up
He said K.
for Asaday Aziz, the owner of Unique Taste of Soul.
What's going on, fam? What's going on? Glad to be here.
Yes. Yo, we just chilling, man. Look, man, we had a lot going on this week.
Y'all had a lot going on this week. The men.
Man, yeah, Asaday came out. Yo, we went out there to the land. Did over 200 T-posts.
You don't want to see another T-post.
3 rows of barbed wire. We did 2 footer posts to put in the ground. All that with the rocks
It
and
was
all
like
that.
what?
Footer posts.
It was-
It was big footer posts. It was 4x4s. Them joints was huge. And then when we went to Home Depot, we got the favor. The guy came out and we was just talking about his dog. And then all of a sudden I was like, man, you know where to get fencing? And he was like, what kind? And he was explaining. And I was like, yeah, like that. He said, well, I got a sweet of a deal for you. I was like, what?
$20
He was like, I got one for $20.
with the wheel.
I was like, what? He's like, yo, when I get back, I'll text you. Let me know. He texted us. We went the next day, picked that joint up. He was cool too, man. They was off. They was off grid too, but they was in a community right outside of Elko. It was beautiful. They sitting on 3 acres out there.
That's wonderful.
He got a pole barn. It was nice. So we was out there talking. His wife was really, really cool. She was like, yeah, you know, we was talking to other people about you guys.
Right.
Oh, wow.
You know, and they got some
Okay.
other
They're the talk
fencing.
of the town, huh?
Right, they got some stuff out there.
You
for
know,
you
when
guys.
you stay in a small town, everybody know everybody.
Well, it's not small though. It was pretty big.
What's
It
it,
was
about 30,000?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
definitely.
that's
I
a
mean,
bit.
we come from major cities.
Yeah,
so.
but still, but
Yeah. But that's
the-
big being in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know the thing about it was he was like we was telling him we was doing our homestead, moving out there, and we was telling him I shared the small part of the vision with him. He was like, what did he say? He was like, you guys are doing it. You're doing it. He was like, you doing it.
Ah, look at you, look at you.
what he
You
said.
doing
Yeah,
it.
he was like, you guys are doing it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so just think about that. So now it's opening up favor. We meeting people. People got stuff that we need. I
Right.
told him probably next month we'll go back out there, start building. And he was like, let me know.
Probably. We don't put probably in no sentence. You
Well, I'm saying
will.
probably next month because it could be the end of this month. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
He's
it's
talking
we
about
got-
the cows,
right,
too.
Right.
You
He
know,
talked about cows.
Yeah, she
He
was
said,
like-
"You raising cows?
Yeah.
Go tell him.
Yeah, she said it. She was like, if you raising cow, we buy the meat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay.
Okay.
You want
Okay.
this fencing? They have some fencing on the side.
Yeah.
You know, so you want this? I'm like, oh, well, we'll be back to get it.
Yeah. He was showing us
Yes, sir.
his solar panels. I asked him about the pole barn. He was like, "Come on, I'll show you."
Oh, wow.
on,
That's
you know?
amazing.
Yeah. So we was out there for like about what hour and a half, just chopping it up.
Chopping it up.
Yeah. And I was like, "What you got to do today, Mr. Greg?" He was like, "Man, me and my wife we about to go take a drive."
What was that? What was that car?
Go
Oh,
take a
he had
try.
old school,
Old school.
too. It was
You
in
didn't
1932.
even call me.
1930.
You didn't call me.
1932.
You could
I
have
had
took.
no signal.
He had no
He could
cigarette.
have took a
He could have
picture.
took a picture. He could have took a picture.
Hey, what did I say? I was like, man, my wife. I said, Jasmine, she will fall in
Yeah,
love with
she-
this car.
yeah, he did.
1932.
Nice.
What
I
is it?
can't- What was it?
Look
Chrysler?
at, she already
Buick.
giddy.
It was a Buick.
Ooh,
Buick.
old school
Big
Buick.
body.
Big body.
What
Yeah.
color?
Beige.
Yeah, it was.
You ain't seen no picture.
No, I ain't get no picture. I'm sorry, babe. I was
We don't
working.
look too obvious.
Right,
You know,
right.
They try to scope us out.
Right,
Back
right.
up the-
No, but he did say, because I told him, I said, we had the money like that to buy a vintage car. But he said out there they got a lot of vintage
Yeah,
cars.
we
So
passed
maybe
by
we
one.
can find one and, let's hope.
But I'm telling you, man, we got out there, put the fencing up. We barbed wire. We thought we was gonna be done on Thursday, but it wasn't.
It whooped y'all butt.
Yeah, not only that, me, they have, they got protection. You know what I'm saying? I
He
didn't
can't
have
talk
a-
about them Bobcats.
Hey, listen.
Was
it's
it? Did y'all
pitch
see
dark
any out?
No, it was
It's
pitch
pitch
country
dark.
dark. You
By
can't.
the mountains.
Yeah.
Country
And
dog
you-
like Georgia country dog.
No,
worse than that.
Mississippi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mississippi dark. Where you can't even see your hand.
Oh.
You like this.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how they kept saying. He was like, "You can see?" I said, "Yeah, I can see."
Yeah. That's where your glasses.
You're right. You can see a little bit. You know, he over exaggerating.
He know he supposed to have his glasses
I
on.
have my glasses. I use it for driving.
Oh,
At night.
okay.
I
I'm
don't
little
need 'em.
Jack Hanna. You know what I'm saying? I be on the Animal Kingdom. I know when the predators come out.
He was like, "Is that rattlesnake?"
Look, they got
Bobcat?
rattlesnakes out there, scorpions.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like he pulled it from Google. It was like, I was like, "Yo, we gotta go." He's just like, "Hey." I was like, "No, we gotta stay a little bit." He said, "You know, it's bobcats out here, right?" Then he pulled out his phone. He just started naming off all these animals. I was like, "Is he talking to me or is he?" Like he was on Google.
Hey, for real.
And I'm mad that he was on Google because I ain't had no signal. Every time I went live, it was
What company
choppy.
you with?
Verizon.
Verizon.
Oh, that's why
Yeah, we definitely
T-Mobile
switched.
sucks.
Oh,
No,
we
T-Mobile
definitely-
don't
it's good,
suck.
but out there we switching to Verizon.
yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
That was
Y'all funny.
validated.
Yeah.
That was validated.
Yeah.
But back to this though. He talking about he can see me. Right? I can get this up. He talking about, I said, "Can you see me?" Yeah, I can see you. But I said, "Hold on, these mountain lions get a hold to your jugular. They're gonna drag me up, and I'm hollering. You know, I know where you gonna, where you running to? How you gonna get to me? I'm all the way up the mountain." I said, "Who's watching you?"
I said, what I say?
Yeah.
I said, "Shoot, my heat watching me." Shoot.
I didn't have that. I didn't even have a knife, y'all.
Damn.
Damn,
You know,
you didn't give him a knife.
He had the knife, the 222.
You didn't give him no knife.
40 cal.
I told him he was right next to the truck.
Hold on. He had
Dang.
a 40 cal, 222. He said, "Look, if they hit me on this side, I'm gonna grab it and come around that side." I said, "I don't got nothing."
Right. You
left
should have
him
gave
at
him
the
something,
hanging.
babe.
I told him the Ruger in
You
the
ain't
truck.
right.
I told him the Ruger in the truck.
The
He was like,
Ruger?
yeah,
The Ruger.
My 1022. He was
The
like,
little prostitution gun.
"No, that's
Hey.
a 380."
And I had nothing.
I
He
told
had
him
the
you
should've
backpack.
grabbed
Look, he
some,
had
bro.
the backpack. You know what I'm saying? You know, he carried a little backpack. He had
got
the
that
backpack.
backpack.
The shirt over the, you know what I'm saying? He had a shirt over just in
Right,
case.
right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
Tywin was strapped
no,
too.
Tywin
Tywin
wasn't
too.
strapped. His gun was strapped to the back of the truck.
Oh,
He,
man.
he,
What about to the back of the
You gave
truck?
Bruce
he took his
something?
gun out.
Him and
Bruce
Bruce going up the mountain.
Ah.
We can't see nothing. Where you at? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I would have left y'all. Y'all would have.
Hey, I told them I hear it.
He know.
Oh, you
He
hear me go
know.
pop, pop.
He
You
know.
already
I would have left him. No, we was out here looking at a house in Georgia, and baby, they opened up the door. Something flew out. Me and the baby was gone.
I know that's right.
I don't got time for y'all.
Man, I tell you, it was good times
But
out
it's
there.
beautiful. It was real serene.
I'm telling you, when you out there on that land, and it's just quiet, like
Yeah.
you just stop. Like I called him, it seems like he was in a padded room.
That's right.
Like that's when I called him. He was like, "Hello," and it seemed like he was like there was nothing, no noise, no nothing, and we like over 2 miles away from the road.
About a 10-minute drive.
Yeah, yeah. We 2 miles away from the main road, and so it's like you don't hear anything. And you know, our next door neighbor is about a mile.
We ain't
Yeah.
got no next door neighbor.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah.
Oh
know,
Bob,
I'm
oh
saying.
Bob, oh Bob. He ain't there no more.
Oh, so his
we
name
found
for
the
real?
name. Yeah, we found his name. We found the name.
Wait,
'cause
so
I told-
Bob gone and left
Bob.
his house out there?
Well, he passed away.
Oh,
And
he
his son
passed
had-
away.
That house that I was
Oh.
showing you about on the 40 acres.
Yeah.
The one that we saw, right?
Yeah, that his son owns it. His son
Okay.
had.
Oh,
he-
so
he
his son
inherited.
don't live out
Nah,
there.
nah.
Oh,
And the
he
next
a
door
sitter
neighbors
boy.
wanted. The next door neighbors wanted too.
Yeah,
Everybody been trying to bid on that.
I bet. Shit.
He is
Nice.
he a sitter boy.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
only had about what, a quarter acre fenced off?
Yeah,
Out
he
of
only had a
40?
quarter acre, quarter acre
It was
fence off
nice
of
though.
40 acres.
Solar panels out there.
Yeah, so
Wells out
wells
there.
already ready.
No wonder why everybody wanted. That house bad though.
Yeah. Yes, it's nice.
It's a 3-bedroom, two baths, double wide.
That's a start. You can add on to that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
because it got 40 acres. He ain't even using an
Come on,
acre.
man. Nothing
I-
on it. Not a
right.
chicken coop.
No.
Let me bid on one of
He
them.
said not a
mansions.
chicken
Right, not
coop.
even a chicken coop. Right. But I'm telling you, man, when you know when we was out there, it's just like so peaceful.
Yeah.
Like I ain't want to come back, to be honest.
I bet
You know what I mean?
did.
'Cause it's just-
Good. We
it's
would have
just-
drove old Betsy out there.
Yeah, it's just so surreal. Like it's just like wow, like you feel like you made it.
Right.
Nigga, we made it.
Yeah.
Not just me.
Yeah. Wheezy moved on up.
Yeah.
That's truly moving up.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's like so, you know, obviously it's off grid property, And so we got the solar panels, got the electric as far as what we're going to do with that, but I was concerned with the water. So we're going to get the well, but then I was asking the next door neighbor to make sure everything was, still copacetic on both ends. And I was like, hey, what we do for water if we need to go get water? He said, yeah, you can go in town. You allotted 16,000 because it's considered off meter. He said 16,000 gallons for $37 a month.
I wonder how much water we use now.
All you have to do is go and get your have a way to bring your buckets, whatever you're filling it up with, and drive it there and then bring it back. So what I was thinking was we're gonna have a big water area, then grab that water, we're gonna siphon it out into the other part and just keep going. Because
So
I
we're
need
not
to
getting
ask them.
the containers. The water
No, we
containers?
still are, but we're gonna use those IBC totes just to fill up. And bring them and transfer the water to them. So that could be used for irrigation. This one also used for if someone needs water or something like that, because you can
Is
use
it drinkable water?
Yeah, it's potable.
Okay.
It's potable. It's actually the same water that they provide through the town. It's just we're off meter, they're on meter.
Okay.
Oh, so
they
we
have
just
a
got to
bill.
pick ours up and they get theirs, they turn it on. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, shoot, $37 now.
We pay more than that in water a month.
Oh, it's about 50. We pay about
Yeah,
50,
we don't pay that
$60 here.
much.
But
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about outside of the sewer water when we fill up, we buy
oh
bottled water.
yeah. Heck yeah, we
That's
pay.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, our little 5-gallon joints that we spend about what
$5 on one.
$5 for one. Yeah, we spend.
Yeah, it's
golly.
39 cents a gallon.
And that's five.
And we get cases of water. So that'd be like, well, I got that on a deal. It was 2 for $5. So
Yeah.
that's $10 right there.
But enough about that. So Asaday,
What's up?
owner of Unique Taste of Soul, can you tell the people a little bit about you?
Well, like you said, so on a Unique Taste of Soul.
You can find them at a Unique Taste of Soul on IG
Yeah.
and Facebook
And YouTube as well.
and
All right.
also
Oh,
has a
you got
website.
a Yubatube.
Yubatube.
Okay.
You got
You got a Yubatube. You doing the damn
You know,
thing.
trying to do something, trying to bring something to the people. But
good.
Unique Taste of Soul was founded, years ago, probably about 16 years ago. After my daughter, Adasia, a Unique Taste of Soul, Aqua. That's the abbreviation, Aqua.
Yes.
Snap.
That's another topic. So my uncle actually, he kind of inspired me along the way. Lou Myers. Y'all may know him from A
You
Different
said his
World.
last name Myers.
Yeah.
Lou Myers.
Lou Myers, Mr. Gaines.
Mr.
Oh, I
Gaines
got
over-
some Myers. in
Different
my
world,
family.
right?
Different world.
Yep.
If y'all know it, it's a different world.
Yeah.
That was the show.
Yeah.
Where you come from.
Oh, I don't know what y'all old folks do.
Come on.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
from?
That was the joint.
That was the
I
joint
don't
right
know what
there.
y'all talking
And
about.
where
Mr.
you
Gaines,
come
You was still sperm in your damn sack.
You know when you sitting on a panel with a bunch of old niggas. No, I'm just playing.
So he inspired me to push forward. He was my spokesperson. He passed from pneumonia. And I took a while off. Had to redirect myself, get myself back. Had some some encouragement. A lot of people encouraged me. To something I love to do. One of my passions. First of all, was a truck driver. I retired from that. I said, well, let me go with my second passion.
Say that again. You said you what?
Retired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, truck driver. Over 20
Say you
years.
done. You done.
I'm done. Had to hang them keys up. You know what I'm saying? Over 20 years, flatbed, reefer, drive van, oversized load, car hauler. A little bit this, a little bit that. It was good and it was bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because making good money, but I'm not there with my children.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. That's what I missed the most.
Right.
Money, you can wipe your butt money and, it can, go down in value or whatever. But you can't get that quality time back with the children.
That's
Right.
true.
You know what I'm
That is
saying?
true.
And so Unique Taste of Soul, that's what it's centered around, family. You know what I'm saying? Not just my personal family, but family.
Right.
Because even your employees, I look, it's family.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a family thing. And so right now I'm in Ohio, but my vision is to franchise it. You know what I mean? To franchise it later on, you know what I'm saying? And, I do a whole lot of things with catering, weddings and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I start off small, work my way up. It's only me,
Right.
the smoker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
only me.
It's only me and the smoker, but I got that vision. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said,
You
come
gotta
follow.
start somewhere.
Unique about unique taste of soul in the Asaday. If you notice, well, most of y'all probably don't. He got a pair of blue BDUs on right now, and so his truck. His army fatigue. So his truck is actually green, yellow, black, and it's like a fatigue paint that he did it himself. And so you can find that with his smoker. So when you see him out, you need to stop. I'm telling you, his food is delicious. And so what can people expect if they pull up to Unique Taste of Soul?
Well, first you can get that good love, that soul, you know. So that's what's important. It's all about. It ain't really about the food. It's about the person putting the love in the food.
Come on.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So when you taste it, you be like, oh, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you see my logo, you know, if you see the logo, it's a fork and a spoon. They dancing. Or spooning. You know
Sporking.
Nasty as hell.
you know, but they bringing that soul flavor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They bringing that soul flavor. So the whole thing is called my family from the South and the North. You know what I mean? So when you get to the South, you know, they like to pour that food on you. You know what I mean? Go ahead and eat. You could be overweight or you're looking small. Come and get a plate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
But the North got that twist to it. You know what I'm saying? Because the South, they like eating grits. Nothing wrong with it. With just salt and pepper. Nothing wrong with it. You know, but the North, we got to add a little bit of sugar, a little bit of butter. You know what I'm saying?
From Harlem.
Yeah, you know, we got to get that twist. There's always that twist come in. You know, the dish is a Southern dish, but with a Northern twist.
Yep.
Right.
So what's on the plates? What you got on the menus?
Man, well, I do some lamb. I don't do no pork, of course. You know what I'm saying? I do beef briskets. I do salmon. You know, I do lamb chops, turkey ribs. What y'all know about the turkey ribs there?
I ain't never had no turkey. I've been hearing about the turkey ribs though.
Turkey ribs on point. Hey, don't go out and get it from no one else. Also, I can ship. I dry ice. I'll do whatever you got to do.
We want you to get on our grill. So before you leave, get on our griddle.
You got to get that. See, the griddle ain't me.
Right.
I
know, but we ain't got no smoker, so you got to work with what we
how
can
you
work
just kick
with.
me to-
I gotta work.
I
gotta work with that smoke.
It's okay.
Ain't nothing like that cherry wood mixed with a little bit of apple wood, a little bit of
With
hickory.
a little bit of that,
You know what
a
I'm
little
saying?
bit of this.
A little bit of this, a
And
little bit
plus,
of that.
was what I love about your stuff. I remember when we came out to your spot in Ohio. You had your own sauce and seasoning.
I do my own sauce, own seasoning. Now I'm coming out in rubs. I'm coming out with a saltless seasoning.
Okay.
For those out there who
And
don't
rubs. You ain't got no wet ones.
Oh, whatever you make, I do specialize. If you want to specialize.
Oh, you trying to be deep?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? We can do it all. There's
Right.
no limit. There's
I
no
like
limit
mine's
to it.
wet.
No limit.
We can wet it. We can make it
food.
dry. You know what I'm saying? I like the wet too. I like the I don't like that dry.
Yeah, I like the.
And when you get the plates, if you go on my social media and you look at the plates, I open it up to you. I'll let you taste it and everything. You want to taste this macaroni cheese? You want to taste this dressing? You want to taste whatever you want to taste besides my meat. Somebody asked me, "Can I taste the meat? How you taste the meat?
Right.
What you want? What you want? You want a whole lamb chop? Let
me get a sample.
I can't
Right.
sell nobody.
Hey, nah. I'll be like, let me get that piece that fell down in the jar, in the wood. let me get that piece.
And I remember there was a guy. I made some chicken wings. Oh man, it was the special season. It was picante sweet. This was a picante sweet. Oh, Lenzel. I made some chicken wings. He said he supposed to be the chicken wing connoisseur, right? He was eating the crumbs. He said, "Saturday, you gonna eat these crumbs? You want the crumbs?"
I love the crumbs. Oh my God, that's my favorite.
I like the crumbs at Long John Silver.
Baby, since I've been knowing Kiki over the Kiki, she every time we fry some chicken, she over there like this.
I've been like that all my life. Like every time my daddy made
She'll leave that meat on that chicken though, but she'll eat them damn crumbs.
We don't like that. We like our boneless. Let us be great. Y'all had
Y'all
y'all
can have that
chicken
boneless, bro.
wing.
Look, only-
No, but I eat the meat off the other part. We like the flats,
Look,
not
look.
them flats.
Yeah, I bet you do like the flats. It's always
smart ass
those
mouths.
smart mouth women always like the flats. Yeah, but listen, let me tell you. I can eat boneless if it's breast.
Yeah.
I need real chicken. I
Right.
need
Yeah.
chicken bones to know that it's real. Because
Right.
you eat that chicken, you be farting and
Yeah.
nah.
chicken.
That must be something else. It might not be all the way done. It might not be all the way be done. On another level.
On another level.
So tell us, because I know that you are Native American. So tell us a little bit about that, a little background.
Oh man, well, on my let me see. I started on my dad's side. You know, they from Carolinas. Well, originally from Carolinas, moved all the way up. You know, dispersed from there in New York and all the way, you know, whatnot. And they was from the Lumbee, the Lumbee tribe in Carolinas. You know, so I didn't know about that until later on down the road. So we went to a family reunion. This is funny. Went to a family reunion. So we leaving out the building. I see a Native American over there. I mean, it looked like a real chacho. Right. You know, I was like, who's that? Well, that's your great grandpa. I said, he look Indian. Well, he is. Right. Then I started looking at my cousins, the older ones, 70-year-old, you know, they got long white hair. You know what I'm saying? So I started talking to them, and I said, oh, wow. I didn't know that we, you know, I heard, you know, how we all, I'm Native American. I'm Native American. Right. But we never really seen, like, our great-grandfather. Right. You know what I'm saying?
He's so animated.
Hey, you know, I got to paint the picture. Because
you got we walk out the door.
You know,
like this.
Yeah, I want
open up the window.
You know, open up the jump through it. Jump through the
Y'all play too much.
He said we dive right in.
Yeah, dive right in. And I just backed on up.
And then I saw a truck. I had to do a.
And then my phone called, and I said, hello.
Then it dropped. I said, what the?
Y'all too much.
Oh my God, that's funny as hell.
Y'all too much.
That's funny as hell.
But you know, as far as on my that was my dad's side. My mom's side is Cherokee. You know, my grandmother, she was telling me, you know, funny thing about my grandmother is that when she talk about my grandpa, but when she talk about her dad, right, and she said that he was a chief, right, and I was like, oh, she said, and he had many wives. But you know, nothing never clicked. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't reading and stuff like that at the time. Right. You know what I'm saying? But then she said she cut her hair on a bad moon day. You know, it didn't really register until I started, you know, reading. I said a bad moon day. So then it kind of clicked, like, oh, okay. So she really was. They knew about these signs and symbols. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But really, it didn't really transfer down to her. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't take it, luckily, to me, my generation, you know what I'm saying, to really start digging and understanding as far as the Native American.
Your generation.
Yeah, that's how I passed down to y'all's.
What generation is that?
Hey, the 80s, baby. The 80s.
Yeah.
That's the 80s.
Yeah.
You know
that's fine. The 90s was raw too. Don't forget that.
The 90s was raw.
Yeah,
not for the 80s.
Yeah, nah, that was a cutoff. The 90s was a cutoff because 2000s and up is, I don't know what's
right.
You ain't never lied.
You know,
dumb babies.
You know what? It's funny that, you know, as I hear you even talk about your background, because it's like, you know, because we're all nationalized, and I know you're going, well, actually, you are too now. And it's like, what I always try to tell people is that, you know, we have been bought into or sold this whole conspiracy of African, you know, and things like that. And I know even growing up that I will always heard, you know, my mother and everything, my grandmother, like we Native American, we have Cherokee, we have Chickasaw, we have all that inside of us. And it's just like we were going to school learning, you know, slave trade, learning all this. And I told my mom one day, I said, Mom, because my mom was born in 1959. I said, and that's when
if I could whistle.
In like the later 50s, that's when they started altering birth certificates and putting Negroes and stuff on there. And hers was like that when I seen it. But I was like, Mom, now, please be honest. Have you ever heard anything in your childhood or even in your late 20s, anything from us coming from Africa? She said, no. We never. And so it's like, after that baby boomers generation coming down, it's like that was the programming. And so I encourage you guys, if you want to know more about nationalization, because understand that every person has a right to nationalization. Every person has a right. And so if you want to learn more about that, please hit us up at the Polygenesis Show, and we can discuss more about that, because you're missing out on a lot of benefits. You know, we're all tax exempt. Yes. You see what I'm saying? You're missing out on a lot of benefits.
That's a good benefit in itself.
Yeah. You know, and so business, you know, all that, you miss out on a lot. So just hit us up more about that. But I would just encourage everybody, you know, because like he was saying, here it is, your ancestors, and not even that old was tribal. They were Native Americans. You know what I mean? And a lot of things that's caught up in lands. And like I said, it's a lot, and I don't want to really get into it right now. But
that's a paid lesson.
Yeah, I encourage everyone. Right, I encourage everyone to do more research. Check it out with Paper Trail.
Yeah. Know thyself.
Know yourself. You know what I mean? And then you will know the benefits and the assets that you have.
To know where you came from, too.
Right. Moving on. So you got the business. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I can go. Okay, so I had a question.
Oh my gosh.
But I could. So, okay.
What the hell?
So the question is, right? So how long have you been married? Are you married or how? Okay, how long have you been married?
I've been married for about 6 years.
Okay, how long y'all been together?
Years. Over 20, about 24 years.
Whew, that's how I want to.
Yes.
No, just
24 years.
Yeah.
I'm not currently seeking applications at the moment.
Oh, so you're close.
Yes, I'm closed for right now, but later, the farm door will open up.
You said the farm door. So one other question. So would you consider yourself poly?
Well, I think everything and everyone is poly.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends. Me, yes, I ain't gonna go on too far for other people. But yeah, I consider myself poly. I always have. I think it's within our nature. Our animal nature. To be poly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because but I asked you a question. I can go on now.
Wait, hold on. No, because you probably can break it down. So, are you in a poly relationship or?
Yes.
Okay, so how long you and the other lady been together?
At least, let me see, 4 years. 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah.
I think it was longer than that.
No, 4 years.
Was y'all together longer outside of that, or?
I mean, like actually together, like building together. Yeah, 4 years.
Okay.
So, what do you think is the benefits of the poly dynamic or the polygyny dynamic that you in? What are the benefits to help really that you see, that you experienced, or some that other people can probably experience too in the communities?
I mean, that's a good question. Building family structure. Building economy. Having common unity.
Right.
I mean, a lot can grow off of that with mature individuals.
Right.
That's willing to grow.
Right.
Willing to be nurtured.
Definitely.
Willing to learn. Willing to accept understanding. And there's a lot of things. Excuse me. There's a lot of things that goes into, this poly relationship. Just cut buddies.
Right.
Just sexual things. So because after the sex is gone, what y'all building on?
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So as far as me, I'm looking for things to help. What can you? Everybody has a brick. Everybody has a gift. Everybody has a talent. But first you have to understand your talent and your gift in order to offer it, in order to bring it, be willing to bring it to the table that's going to be beneficial to the overall structure of the family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what is it that you willing to? Oh, I don't care about your butt, your breasts, how you smile, what you dress like. It's what can you offer.
Right.
That's the true.
What's your value?
Yeah. What's your
equity?
value? Yeah. What's your equity?
Outside of the sex.
Yeah. Outside of all of that. But don't get me wrong now.
The butt is good.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay then.
That may be like a small percentage, but it's there.
Small but big.
Small but big.
Nice. Rotund.
Oh my gosh.
I'm joking.
So I have another question for you. Since you older, got a little wisdom. Not to play. But what would be some advice for people who are trying to do a dynamic like this, polygamy? Like, what would be something that you would share with the man?
Well,
that was good.
Thank you.
First, he need to have a vision. And he has to know himself. He has to know his capabilities. You know, he can't go off what he thought he knew as he was coming up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He has to learn to grow and research who he is as a man, because man equal mind.
Right.
So he didn't know his gifts.
Yeah.
What does his value? What can he offer the woman? That's why I say mine is closed right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still got some growing, some learning, some understanding to do, and I don't want to.
That's respectful. At least you know.
Now before, you know what I'm saying, growing up, it was just hit, miss, jump, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
You know,
Tic-tac, bullet,
all
yep.
of that. You know what I'm saying? But now when you become a man, you put away childish things.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's one thing that a man have to. I can't really speak on a woman, but it's vice versa. She still need to know her gift, her talent, and what her value, what she can bring.
Yeah.
But then the unity. You know, that 1 + 1 = 2. Knowledge plus wisdom equal understanding. You know what I'm saying? So they both need to know, how can we build?
Come on.
Right.
What are we building towards?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what does it look like?
Right.
You know,
I
then
have a
y'all-
question too
Yes,
when you
ma'am.
get done.
You know, what does it look like? How are we going to get there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then there's understanding. Everybody ain't perfect, you know, in that sense, you know, and we all need to come together and talk to communicate. That's the key. It's communication.
And you know, it's funny that you say that, because you know, when I deal with and I talk and I mentor people and I always deal with relationships, that's the key, is how things relate. And so it's like, okay, you have this, you have this. Do we have enough ingredients to make a pie? You know what I mean? What is the purpose of that union? You know, because a lot of times I think that we look at things from a selfish perspective. And I talk to a lot of people that's in poly and always hear like, hey, you know, going on dates and all that. But hey, do you date your children? You know, do you go out with your children? Because that's even equally important in building your relationships with the individual or the couples, you know what I mean? And having that as far as family and building that. So that's also very, very important. And like you said, you know, when you come together, what is the purpose? And I always ask people all the time, and it's not that I'm trying to be a devil's advocate or anything. I'm saying, hey, when I ask certain questions or I politic with a lot of people, I always try to open things up on a deeper level and always ask, what is the purpose of you guys' union? You know, how does it benefit the community? You know, how does it benefit, you know, with anything, you know, outside of yourself?
Yeah.
You know, and so like being able to explain that is very, very important. You know what I mean? Being able to understand, like you said, vision. That's what I teach. Vision brings direction. Direction brings purpose. And so can we do that? And so like when I was talking about even dating the children, you know, it's very important because I know we talk to a lot of people in this lifestyle. And they always like, how do you get your children to accept it, how you do this and how you do that? Number one, for our family, we're just very open with them.
Right.
You know, they're a part of the process. You know what I mean? And so they are co-owners in our family business, you know, so they actually have a say. Whether some might be minute, depends on how old they are to the oldest. So they have a say. And so when you have those business, you know, and when you're running things like that, you have things like that. And that's why I said dating your children, you know, because they're also equally important. Having that time to go out with them, hang out with them, you know, if it's movie night like we have on Wednesdays, it used to be, right, we have schedules, we have movie night. And everyone knows, 7 o'clock, Wednesday, movie night. You know what I mean? Friday, we have our Friday night meal or Shabbat meal, and we come together as a family. This you know, we missed it this week, but y'all still held it down. So that's the point. And then we'll do something with them Friday night, or then we'll have something on Saturday, you know, after our shows and stuff like that. But it's very important to give them time, and then there's time outside of that.
Yeah, we have our adult night on Saturdays.
Yeah, but then it's equally it's good to have those times with your children. You have to date them too, because you're growing them up. These are going to be your future leaders,
Right.
you know. And so always remember that rearing starts at home. It doesn't start at school, where their first environment is their house environment.
Right.
That's your culture. That's your economics. That's everything. You see what I'm saying? And so your household, your family, that's why people say, hey, you're a polygynous advocate. You know, because I'm in it, but I'm an advocate for family.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I'm an advocate for family structure, and that's what I'm about, is helping build strong families and helping strengthen that. Also, you know, me becoming a life coach, I'm able to, when I left the religious mind, the religious set, I'm able to help many different people discover who they are.
Right.
You know, and let's build on that.
Because you ain't stuck in the bubble.
Right. Not stuck in a bubble. I'm able and I'm open to, you know what I mean? And so, but yeah, go ahead. You said you had something.
Yeah. So I know we all know that you're in poly. When you pick whomever you choose, like what are some things you look at or look for in selection of the women?
Well,
I'm sorry.
I think there's, just like you got to look at it somewhat like a job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a probationary period.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to make sure she's submissive. So is she receptive?
Yeah.
Is she willing to accept this seed? Not just that seed. You know what I mean? But the seed of...
You know what? That's it. I'm finna walk off set.
I know.
Y'all just drop the mic.
Just in case. Just in
We
case.
know, we know what he's talking about.
Many different seeds I throw at you.
He said,
It's more than just the white one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
We're talking about the colorful seeds. Many shades.
Oh my God, so silly.
But she got to be receptive, though. She got to be willing to accept what it is that I'm trying to pour into her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she
not just that seed.
Yeah,
Not
yeah. You know what I'm saying? She got to be willing to show forth and prove.
Right.
And take initiative instead of someone being what I'm looking for, over. You know what I mean? Lording over, or trying to just, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this.
So you want her to be independent and not codependent or dependent. Right.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I mean? She need to be independent.
Definitely.
You know
but
what I mean?
still be submitted to you.
Yeah, but more so submitted to the vision.
Right.
It's
In the
not to the
direction,
individual.
and not just me like I'm your Lord. Okay, y'all man, go this and that. Yeah, we know the head, we know the roles.
Yeah.
So what it is that you know your role. Everybody has a role. But when you start crossing lanes, you're gonna cause a crash. It's gonna be a mess. You know what I mean? So you have to know your role. You have to know, what it is that you're willing to bring. You got to show it that you're willing to do these things, because So it's like an interview.
Yeah.
First of all, so after we do the interview, then we see if you make it to the next interview. See if I call you back.
Yeah, it's all about
Oh,
time.
that's corporate interview. So we ain't talking about McDonald's where you just one interview. I got the job.
Yeah.
I got the job. Yeah, you got it.
one
Okay, cool.
interview. When I worked at McDonald's, I had 2 interviews.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's bougie McDonald's.
Yeah.
I need one interview.
It was a bougie
That was the east side.
over the train track interview.
Right.
So I had a question. Okay. Oh, you had another one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
When you met us, like, what was some things that really stuck out to you about us?
Are you saying us together or in
like-
general? Like
Well,
us single?
When you
he
first-
met us first,
Mm-hmm.
and then we were introduced to you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, when you met us, like, what was some things that really stuck out that you just kept saying, like, you know what, I want to be in company with you guys.
Oh man. It was just that the discipline, the spirit that y'all had. I still have. Don't get me wrong. For people out there thinking, had. Oh, y'all had now.
Right.
Past it.
I'm telling you, you
They
gotta
still got it
word stuff on.
Right.
People
Yeah,
take a
yeah.
sound bite.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
That's
That's why
true. That's true.
I said that. And it was just the it's just the family. How you ran things, and how you ran things, and how things just was just in unison. You know what I'm saying? I seen myself, even though I'm older, I seen myself over there, getting that wisdom that you have. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But that's something totally different. But then I seen the humbleness in Kanya. You know what I mean? In the poise that she still have. You know what I'm
Right.
Words.
We can say past tense because it was back then.
Words,
Coming up to now. So I see what you-
Yeah.
that she had back
Yeah,
then.
yeah, that's how back then. Past, present.
Yeah, silly.
And how you conducted yourself and how the children was. You know what I'm saying? And that and let me tell y'all, I had a customized '86 Buick Regal.
Yeah,
Yes.
You had
Painted out,
you had
and
you did.
Yeah,
You
love
got
it.
pictures.
You gotta show
Yeah, I
her
got
a
pictures.
picture.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, I sold that.
Yeah.
You know, and moved to New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and listen, let me tell you, if someone had a soul, so
doubt.
I let that go
Tell me how to old school.
and move.
Hey, dude.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because that's how you know the connection that I felt, still feel. You know what I'm saying?
He
Then,
says this.
yeah, you know things. You know what I'm saying?
Break it down.
You know, with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And but I ain't gonna tell the story later on how we found out that we was cousins.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But
What?
yeah.
I want to know now.
Yeah.
'Cause somebody
saying?
was playing hanky panky with somebody else, panky, wanky, and Lincoln.
Hey, we're gonna have a subtitle going across. What she said is,
Yes.
Winky,
how
winky.
did y'all get cousins?
Whatever. So how long have you been knowing Bruce?
Shoot.
What, 6 years?
6-7 years. Something
That's
like that.
sad. I can't count. No, I'm just
Yes.
you know.
I mean, time
Yeah,
flies,
it
man.
does. Yeah, it does. It does.
it flies.
It flies.
It flies.
What
away.
was that? 2000.
Well, I had a good question.
About 2016. You know, it's funny, like what you were saying too, as far as, you know, that, because, you know, when a lot of people, when you look at like poly and you look at families and like that, like what people don't understand with us, like we allow people to come and check us out. Like we are how we really present ourselves. Like, and it's funny to hear that. And I was thinking like, man, I should have interviewed my mom when she
Yeah.
was here. You see what I'm saying? As far as from the perspective of
Yeah.
how I was,
You missed
you know, and the things like that, because, you know, a lot of times, like when women, they consider families and they consider this, a lot of times people don't understand that a lot of these people put up shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not really who they say they are.
Right.
You know, they're not, you know, they can try to act humbled, act this, but behind closed doors is hell. It's chaotic. Yeah. Or the families are not like that. You know what I mean? And I'm very big on not being a hypocrite. You know what I mean? And so we are who we are, you know, and just to hear, you know, how we met. It was a little deeper than that because, you know, I was actually a teacher at a community at that time. I was a rabbi, a teacher at a community at that time. And that's how...
Oh, can I say something real quick?
go ahead.
Let me cut
You
you
finna
off.
go deep?
No.
Let me hit y'all with something real quick. Why he said, you know, about the rabbi and teacher and whatnot. Now I was studying different faith, religious or whatnot. I had a legal pad, y'all. I had a legal pad when I came forward to questions. Because I was a Bible thumper. Because I'm 5% of Masons, studied Nation of Islam, Sunni Islam. You know, I studied Buddhism, Hinduism. I studied all that, trying to find myself.
Right.
But then, when it was ready in time, this center that they was at, I went by this center maybe 1,000 times. But it wasn't until it was the time for us to be introduced. You know, this is how the universe works. This is how the Most High works. You know what I'm saying? So when I went there, y'all, let me tell you, as far as this thinking and stuff of what I had, they broke it down. They broke it down and really gave me the understanding and the Strongs. They went to the Strongs. They went to all this and broke everything down as far as the ancient and the modern Hebrew. You know, and for those who don't really understand, some do understand. You know, but the thing is, to make a long story short, is that he was really, I mean, as far as this brother, he's really gifted. A lot of the things that he's saying, y'all don't see, y'all don't know what all he's capable of. You know what I mean? And that's his gifts, that's his talents. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't sharing a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? He give y'all little nuggets of it. You know what I'm saying? But as y'all can see, he can get down, he can get deep in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what you paid.
And that's why, you know what I'm saying, that this is my
My father's side.
Yeah, my father. No, I'm saying as far as our cards.
Oh, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? This
Oh,
is
yeah, you Jack of Diamonds,
Yeah.
I'm Jack of Clubs. We're karmic cousins.
Carmen cousins.
And we're actually cousins.
We cousins. And didn't even know that. Before I moved to New York, I didn't even know that.
Right,
This is
we
my
did.
cousin. You know, then when we moved, I actually seen we was in prayer and I seen a shirt. You know, I opened my eyes up and I seen my dad's last
Like
I seen
that?
my last
Like
yeah,
that?
I did. I was like
Yeah.
remember that? And I couldn't
'Cause I
wait.
think I had the shirt.
You
on.
had the shirt on.
Yeah.
Standing right across from
Ford,
me.
yeah,
With my
Taylor
eyes
Ford.
up.
Taylor
Yeah.
Ford. Yep.
Fords.
Yep.
And I couldn't wait for the pair to be on whip.
Right.
I couldn't
I
wait.
said, who's the Ford?
Right. Yeah.
Ford. I said, oh.
Yeah.
You see how the
And then I
universe
talked to my
works?
Aunt Diane, yeah, because she's really big on our history. You know, everyone probably has a historian in their family.
Right.
Yeah.
And my Aunt Diane, she's really big with that. You know what I mean? And we connected, talked, and yeah.
She talked to my
Ford.
mom. They was chopping it up.
So they was doing some hanky panky back then, huh?
No, this is my mom's first cousin.
No, you're talking about the people.
Oh.
They
Of course, you
Yeah,
know.
you already know
You got to
how-
populate like fish.
Yeah, you know, the population, just spread all
He
about.
said like fish.
You know.
Yeah.
But,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
you know,
go
so
ahead.
the thing is that, you know, when he still teach, you know, but that's another topic. You know, he probably get on later. But
A paid topic.
It's really edifying. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you hold back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, it comes out, and when it comes out, it's pure love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you have so much wisdom, both of y'all, well, all of y'all. You know, I'm talking about old school though right now.
New school be having a little some.
Definitely.
I be.
Definitely.
I just keep it quiet.
Yeah. You know, so that's what I love. That's what attracted me. You know, is that aura that you had. Yeah, whole shit. Well, you know, but yeah, it was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody get a, you know, have that one that they clean to.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
yeah,
right.
that's like how it is in our
That they
dynamic.
can relate to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say no names, but you know what I mean. But yeah, that was my teacher.
Yeah.
That was our teacher. You know, that we learned a lot from as well. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain ones that I can relate to this one. You know,
More than
I
others.
can see me there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yet it still came from the same tree,
Yeah.
so to speak. You see
And
what
I,
I'm
and I
saying?
think the purity, like people hear my heart, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I'm very pure. Like I really love humanity.
Yeah.
And I really want people to grow. I really want people to be the best they can be. But in order to do that, it's going to be a fight because you have to get them out of their own way. You see what I'm saying? And because people don't understand that the true fight is within.
That's right.
And so when you're showing them or you showing us, you know, we don't want to see that.
Right.
That's hard. Like it's easy to blame everybody
Somebody
else,
else, yeah.
but it's hard to blame yourself or not even blame, but take responsibility for you. Take responsibility for that. And so it's like, and like you said with Hoshea, man, like to be honest, being with him, like he really helped bring that out of me. Like he is a great teacher. You know what I mean? And is an amazing teacher. You know what I mean? And he really helped me to become the man that I am today, you know, by just showing me, you know, wisdom, showing me Torah, because I already had it in me. But everybody else that I used to be around wanted to basically leech on me and take. And but him, he's like, look, we brothers. Let me show you something. You know, and it was funny. One time I met him, man, and I'm always a giver. And he was like, hey, you know, you got to stop. He was like, why? He's like, because our relationship is becoming unequitable. He was like, because I can't keep up. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't meet that. So you're going to have to stop. And I got offended at first, you know, but I learned, and I still think about that. And that's why I always teach equity, you know, because I learned the concepts from him. But, you know, I took it and made it me. But that was something that I never heard no one say before in my life.
Right.
Like, hey, stop, man. That our relationship is becoming unequitable. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so
But that's actually deep too. That should make you. It should have made you do like a self check and look at a lot of things and be like, golly, am I always like this? And people just keep taking, and I'm not knowing it.
Well, I tell you this, that was like 10 years ago, and I'm just now seeing it.
It takes time to see
People got to
it.
understand it
Yeah.
takes time.
Yeah.
You know, and so
I know she used to tell
when
you.
you're going through your metamorphosis stage and you're going through your change, man, it's going to take time. And sometimes when we experience those change,
Yeah.
sometimes we're so abrupt, we're so rough, we're so stringent. It's because it's like, man, I know I need to change. But that's still a part of that growth process. And then after, when you start, you know, growing and you start maturing and you're like, okay, I don't have to be that hard.
Right.
I could still okay, I understand this. I understand why I did that. I understand. And then you're starting to metamorph. And guess what? You're never going to be done.
Yeah,
Because
you're
as
gonna
long as you
always
have
change.
breath in your body, you're still going through change.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Constant change.
All
Yeah,
day.
you're
Should be
still going
anyway.
through change. Right.
Yeah.
You
All
should.
day.
And to be honest, according to the Torah, it's like we
You
supposed to
wake up
grow
and do
every
something different.
we supposed to grow every year.
Yes.
Think about the tree outside. You know, we have trees in Vegas, yes, that actually dies, right? And so imagine that tree. Well, we
It
don't say
died.
die, it dormants. It lays dormant. The leaves fall off. So think about that. When that winter comes, the leaves fall off and it's laying dormant. So we look at this tree with awe and say, wow, this tree is dead or it's dormant. But then it goes through a spell, right? A winter spell, harsh coldness, bitterness. It goes through all these things, but it's still enduring. And then when you think that it's done and you think that it has nothing left, come springtime, it start budding.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And now there's new life. And then it goes through these cycles and then it grows and it's mature and then it brings forth its fruit. Then it falls off again. That's like how we are. That's how we should be. Every year you're supposed to be better or have more maturity than you were the previous year.
Yeah.
If you're truly seeking self.
Right.
If you're truly seeking, I'm not saying self-gratification. I'm saying if you're truly seeking knowledge of self or bettering yourself. You know, even in your family is supposed to grow every year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you should not be the same person, man. I used to meet people, and, you know, and I'm like, yo, what's up with so-and-so, man? You know, he's still doing the same stuff in high school. I'm like, are you serious? 20?
That porch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
They comfortability, they too comfortable. And when you rip them of their comfortability, then that's when they be like, oh, no, what am I going to do? Like, I met people who've been married for years. And when their husband passed away, and they be like, well, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. Like, sometimes they don't have a life outside of their husband sometimes, or they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know, and it was actually a movie too, like that, and it was crazy. Like, she had to relearn everything. She had to go through trials and stuff. Like, even going on the interview, they be like,
About, you know, who I always listen to and is dealing with success.
Oh,
You
Miles
know,
Monroe.
Miles Monroe, Dr. Miles Monroe, more power to him. It's like if you as a leader, teacher, father, whoever you are, if things die with you, then you're a failure. Think about that. Our job is to work ourselves out of a job. Our job is to make everyone else around us better. Hence why my leadership skills is different. So when people look at my dynamic as polygyny, they automatically think, oh, he's the man, he's in charge, he's in control, he makes all the decisions. No, that's not the case.
well, thinking about you saying that, I remember, I would never forget me and Qiana's conversation. And we was sitting in Connecticut on the bed, and I asked her a question. I was like, so what we going to do, you know, if something was to happen to you outside of us? I said, are we going to stay together, or are we going to remarry? Like, we had a whole conversation. And she was like, nah, that was just before we got more into the land talk. But we always said, well, we could stay together because our kids is our kids. They supposed to grow together, and she was like, if we get remarried, they gonna have to remarry both of us. But I don't know if we're gonna get remarried because how I felt about Bruce. And I was like, okay, I feel you, but I was like, okay, cool. So we always have this plan, and we gonna keep adding to our plan. You know, learning new things since I've been here. We didn't develop our plan. Now buying a house, we don't need to buy a house. We have land. We can stay on our land. We can foresee certain things. You know, we have a plan set if something was to happen to him.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. And so that's how I run my tribe. That's how I teach others. And that's how, because it's never going to be, you know, hey, this. It's always going to be, hey, what do you see? Right. How can I make you better? How can I bring your potential out of you? Because think about the land, for example. The land actually represents your purpose, your potential, and your providence. You know, with the spirit of what Most High see in you that you don't see in yourself, or what others can see in you that you don't see yourself, their providence. And so think about that. It's like, you know, so getting to this land, that's just not the goal. It's our inner land. What do you see? How can you help each other with your first, their purpose, their potential, and their providence? You know, getting to that promised land. Think about that. What is that land that's promised to you? What is those visions? What is those goals? What is those aspirations?
Right.
And then now you got to fight like hell to get to it. You're going to go through so many obstacles, so many adversities, so many trials, so many tribulations, but you got to stay focused on the vision.
Man, he ain't never lying about that. Like
even now, us going, we have land, and it's like it's still a fight. Life, people, until you start removing yourself from it, and it's like you get out there, you're like, okay, well, how am I gonna get water?
What am I doing now?
What I'm gonna do now? How we gonna get this? How we gonna get that? Now you see how much you're so dependent on other people to do it for you, versus you saying, you do it.
Right.
You do it for yourself. That's freedom. You mean to tell me we're free to work and to enjoy our own fruits and our own labors? Yes.
Yes.
That's the beauty of it, though.
Yeah. Because, you know, I remember growing up on the farm, and my grandmother ran out of water. The water got froze up in the pipes. So she told me go to the creek and take the shovel or the hoe, whatever I need to do, put a hole in the creek bed, get the water. I brought the water, make sure, you know, she ran it through some type of filter, you know what I'm saying? Then she put it on the wood stove, and that was the water. We had either take a bath, drinking water, you know, because she purified it and all of that. As far as the chickens, you know, self-sufficiency, you know, self-sustainability.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? People don't know how to kill chickens. You know, 3 different ways of killing chickens. They don't know how to go out there and hunt.
Right.
You know,
fish.
You know, build a house back. Come on, I think every male child should know how to
So
build a
it's
house.
funny that you say that too, because that was one thing that I'm implementing as far as our rite of passage, because I believe that our males are not developing into men because there's no rite of passage in our communities. And so think about that. You know, you had, many different tribes. I know in our Native American cultures and in African cultures and all that, they had many different rite of passages where men had to go out and he had to last for 2 days, or he had to fight, or he had to do this. And even
and they come back and now they're men and consider men.
And
I
also,
forgot what it was
and
called.
so because there's no separation between adolescence and adulthood no more in our communities. And so you get these young males that grows up and they continue to be that way. And then these are the people that's going to be fathering children from women. And so now imagine a woman done invested and gave her womb to a man that's not worthy.
Right.
I mean,
And so now we got to deal with these children that comes from that fruit and that stock. And not saying that people can't evolve and get changed, but we are developing these things. Rite of passage. So like you said, building a house. Like my son right now, 16 years old. He has learned how to work with his hands. He has learned how to build things. He's been on jobs with me because I didn't work a job. I didn't work a job where they had to punch a clock. He was with me all the time. He's seen my interactions. He's seen how I handle. We've been in multi-millionaires' houses. We've been to the littles of the little houses, and he's seen me treat everyone with same respect and courtesy. So now he has the opportunity. Here it is. We have land. Son, what do you see? He's going to have his own house out there.
Yep.
And so now it's like, we're building houses. Think about that. Building your own house for your own family.
Right.
Man, come on.
Having everyone having their own house. And it's funny because it's like when I looked up how big 10 acres was, and we used to live in Tequila, right? And in that neighborhood, you can get 5 houses, and these houses was like 2,400, 25, sometimes 2,700 square feet houses. A nice little lot. And they say you can get 5 houses on 1 acre. So that means that's 50 houses like that on 10 acres. Now think about when you condense that, because a lot of times we live in these big houses that you don't even need.
Right.
You just imagine a lot of us spend time in our rooms, and your room is no bigger than maybe like a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 12, or if you got bigger and you bougie, I know y'all are, but your rooms is much bigger than that.
we bougie.
I'm just playing. But my point is that you spend so much time in your room.
Right.
So think about that. Do you really need all that much space?
Wasted
Wasted space. We are so wasteful. And so when I came back from Iraq, when I fought in Iraq and I came back from Iraq, I realized how much we were wasteful in food, resources, how much we're wasteful in our living, spending, everything. And I'm just like, I got it. So that's when I changed. In 2003, when I seen that, I said, nah, we're changing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so just think about that. That rite of passage is very, very important. You know, it's very important for our men, our young men. And not saying women can't build it either, but very important for our young, because I'm not in the whole competition thing. But, you know, for whoever it needs to take to build, you know, to add value, to build up yourself. Because this is one thing as a graphic designer and an artist in music and video, when you create something and you see the fruit of that, there's nothing like it. Right. When we built that fence and we got back to see it, we like, wow, we did that. Yeah. On nothing. Now we like, even the guy came on, he's like, man. You know, because he was out there staking somebody else's stuff. You know, he was out there setting, surveying. The same company that surveyed ours. It was dope. He had a little four-wheeler out. His truck was way out there. He had his four-wheeler, and he came because it was life out there. He was like, yo, I just want to see what y'all was doing. Like, man, you guys are doing it. He said, I don't want y'all job, bro. I don't envy y'all. I got the easy job. I just put these four corners here.
Right.
And he was like, man, you guys are doing some good stuff. You know? And just to see the fruit of your labor, there's nothing like it. To create something and see it prosper, see it come to fruition.
Yeah. I was gonna say too, like, when you and your family came with us, it kind of made our lives a little bit wholesome too. And definitely for him having that male companion to bring in extra structures as males might need. And just having you around, it really helped him become better too. So,
of course.
And then, you know, when your wife was there too, that was great as well for me, because I had somebody else I could talk to. Right. You know, and the kids had, you know, the babies and stuff. But it was a great feeling to know that, you know, it was other people out there to help us further our vision too that we had set for many years. And just to see, even now on the land, we're doing it. We're doing it. Like it's amazing. Like I told him, I sent him a picture of it was a high school picture he sent back in the day. And I was talking to him about his hands, and I'm like, I never talked to you about your hands. I said, I don't know why. I said, but I just feel like I need to say something about your hands. And I said, do what you've always done. Put your hands to the plow. Do your stuff, baby. And I was so proud of him, and I'm still proud of him.
Y'all gonna have me crash. I know I'm fucking sensitive. I'm a sensitive one at the group.
I know, me too, because you can hear it. And people don't understand the encouragement and the femininity of a woman that brings to her man.
I know.
Like,
encourage
people don't
them
understand.
too.
Like, because of you guys and y'all, my women, you know, and Alexis behind the camera, because of y'all, the encouragement, it motivates me to be better. People don't understand, like, you need a system. You need togetherness. I would not be the man that I am today without you guys. And I don't care what the naysayers may say, but I believe in the power of God, meaning male, female. That's right. Coming together. You see what I'm saying? You have those energies coming together and you create. And it's like you guys' encouragements, the way y'all hold things down, your business mindset, y'all support, you know, you guys grind so much, and it makes me go even harder. And that's one thing, the benefits that I even see about Poly, because it makes me better. Think about that. You bringing in another woman that you have to be accountable for. You know, and so now it's like, okay, I was at this level. Now, dang, step up to the next level. And the next level is going to be different because it's harder, but it's like it brings more out of you. That's true assets. That's true assets, man. You know, and to make you better. And so just to hear that, like, you guys don't understand, like, I feel like I can just go to Mount Everest and just push that joint up. You know what I mean? It just really, people don't understand that. And so it's not, you know, but it's that encouragement and saying, because they know, they trust the vision. They trust me. They see, you know, see the consistency. They see, like, he said this. Come on. He's doing it.
Right, because he know I'm good for it. I'm like, babe, you said. Because nope.
You know, even Lexus hit me up, like, she's so excited. You know, all you guys are excited. It's like, to see it, like, wow, here it is. I had that vision. I didn't know meeting you that was going. You see what I'm saying? So how we all tie into it. And Jasmine, she holds it down. Like, she makes sure that I stay.
Like, come on, man.
You see what I'm saying? Qiana's going to support. They going to do. But she makes sure.
That's the purpose of the rib.
Come on. That's the part, man.
You know what I'm saying? The rib plays the part of the structure of the body.
Your structure. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Because if that man get that support behind him, like you said, Mount Everest, the Mediterranean Sea,
right.
whatever. I'm swimming and I'm climbing it. That's that moment. Now, if you got this in your ear,
it's hard.
Come on,
it
I
wears
ain't climbing
you down.
nothing for you.
Yeah, it will.
You're climbing your damn self.
Right.
I'm not even helping you. I see you at the top.
Highest trees.
Oh my
God. I can feel him. He got some good blood.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll do anything for your love. Yeah, come on. People don't understand.
They don't understand that, man.
They don't understand.
That's
When a woman in her energy, she will get anything that she wants.
She don't know her power.
She don't know her power,
That's the
man.
true power.
Come on.
For real. If you show, listen, you can make a man do anything by being submissive. Yes, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, king. Wow. God, dog. Yes. I'm telling you, that's
He
real
get
talk.
daddy. That's my
Hey,
daddy.
daddy good enough to make something happen. Daddy,
That's
Papa,
daddy right there.
you know, king, you know,
Chief.
prince, chief.
Yeah, man.
But when you start talking something,
It's hard, man.
It's
It's hard
hard.
to get
I don't
because
wanna do
as a
nothing.
man, people don't understand really the weight that a man has.
yes.
Let alone a woman. But we're talking about men, for
He gotta
example.
hunt.
Like he has a lot. First off, look at all the expectations and the false expectations that's put on him. And it's both genders, but especially in that man, it's like the man has so many stigmas out of the womb that he has to compete with. All this weight. And so you looking for your house to be a safe haven. So you come home and you and a lot of times as men we hold things in, like we don't share so much because we're always taught to be that strength and don't cry and don't do this and don't do that, or we grew up in an environment that wasn't conducive for us to express ourselves right or whatever the case may be. And so we hold all this in, and then the last thing that you need is someone to tell you ain't good enough. Or you ain't do this, and it just beats you down even more. Yeah. People don't understand your house is your healing place.
That's right.
Yeah.
Your house, everything is your home. You don't need anything outside of your house is everything. Yeah. And so we make it whereas that our household provides everything that we need. Your community, think about that. I know communities, man, they have doctors, lawyers. They have nurses, they have agriculture specialists, they have builders, they have plumbers, midwives, they have everything. They're fully contained on their community. Yes. You see what I'm saying? And that's where we're trying to get with Gates of Refuge. That's exactly where we're trying to get to, it's having a self-sufficiency, self-governing community, whereas that is no weight on the other communities. Like, look, we don't need to drain your resources. We have our own resources. Yeah. You know what I mean? We don't need to take from you guys. We want to be able to be an asset. What can we do for you?
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's
but
the
still
beauty.
need to be adequate though.
Yeah, it has to be right.
It's got to be an exchange of.
Well, I'm saying from our community to their community. You know what I mean? And it's like when we went into town or we talking to people, people look at that. That's right. Yeah. Like people don't understand the love that humanity really has outside of what the news show you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people are really working together. You know what I mean? People are really building things. And I'll just suggest to people, just look up before the 1900s, look up before, what was that called? Segregation. How life was before segregation.
That was worse.
Right. Segregation is supremacy. You know what I mean? But think about how we as humans lived before that. Think about how, and so it's not about this type of people, that type of people, that type of people. It's about a willingness to work together with like-minded people coming together and build something great.
And that's poly.
Yep, that's poly. It's polygenesis.
That's polygenesis.
Come on.
Well, I was thinking about something I had sent in our group text about lynching. And the only reason why it got me even looking it up or anything, I was watching this movie called The United States versus Billie Holiday. And in the movie, they was trying, because she had this song called Strange Fruit. Y'all need to hear that song, baby. But anyways, so the whole time in the movie, they kept trying to fight her and basically bring her down because they didn't want her to sing the song because they felt like the song would cause segregation. So at the end of the song, because the whole time, I mean, not the song, at the end of the movie, the whole time she was being interviewed. So while she's being interviewed, because that's how it started off as the interview, and it goes, plays back from the time she was a little girl. And at the time when she was a little girl, her mom was a prostitute. And her mom told her, well, you need to go unless you're going to lay on your back. She was only 6. Her mom put her out. So from that time, she had to like grow and grow. And it's just like, even though she had her own inner adversities, she was still being fight, getting beat down. She didn't understand why they attacking me. The person that was interviewing her was Caucasian, and she was like, well, why won't you just stop singing a song? So Billie Holiday was like, would you stop being who you gonna be? And I was like, dang, this is deep. I mean, because how I think now, like my mindset from years ago into now, I see things past just a movie. I'm seeing her adversities, all of this she had to go through, and yet she was not good enough for these people. And I was like, damn, this deep, right? So, but within the movie, it was talking about lynching. And I didn't know that it was actually a law that was passed. Lynching was legal up until 2018. So we would have been lynched and nobody would have did nothing.
Well, people are still being lynched now.
Sure
it's
is.
just not using ropes. They're using
No,
guns.
no.
Psychologically.
Yeah.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm saying physically, because it's certain things that you won't know
I would
that
have
you
been lynched. I'd
growing
been with
up.
that
I would have been lynched either.
I'd been with that.
I would have been a martyr.
All of them.
I would have definitely died a
Me
martyr.
too.
No, but in real life, me being 25 years old and did not know certain things that's going on, that still was going on, because I'm going about my life. At the end of the day, a person's going to go on about their life. But I said they just literally passed this law a couple of years ago, so you're telling me it was still unsafe for me to go outside? Because I wouldn't came back. I would have got lynched. Like, it was okay, y'all. And I was
they
like,
still
dang.
was showing stuff in the news about stuff like that down south.
Yeah.
You remember when we was in Georgia? I would
Yeah.
never forget it. They found this man hung behind Walgreens. No, it was Walmart. And I said, what y'all still out here doing that?
You know what's crazy is I think people, especially copper colored people, really need to look at the black code laws, the black laws, the black codes, and really actually start to see that it's still in effect. Since the 1800s, after the Civil War, and how the South did that. So the black laws, the black codes is still in effect. You guys need to really look at that. So go ahead.
A lot of it has to do with what you was talking about earlier. It's about the contract that we signed. Didn't have an understanding of it.
Come on,
until you
man.
freed yourself. But that's
Right.
That's a difference.
Come on.
Like I said, at the end of the day, you know our fruits, okay? We have a real man standing by our side at the end of the day. It's a lot of things that I wouldn't even think to know, I don't know how to, I'm all sensitive and stuff, so I'm not trying to cry because I'm the sensitive one. But just seeing... Anywho,
Alexis back there talking stuff.
I don't care. I'm sensitive. After he broke my wall down, cause baby, Qiana, baby,
I caressed the wall down.
Baby, Qiana know. I'm not gonna lie. Being in this type of dynamic and just having another person and hearing her express herself, she was like, I just don't like it when y'all fighting me, God. I had keep talking.
I'll keep it going
But-
though. I will fight because I'm not fighting you. I'm fighting that inner man. Come
Yeah,
on.
but-
So I look past that
But
natural.
I'm saying though, at that time,
Ain't that right, Alexis?
I'm just saying though, right? Why she over there trying to throw shade? Cause I'm sensitive. Let me be great. No, but no, like
She done flipped her
really,
hair over and stuff.
No, y'all, for real. On a serious note, this man right here, this is a man, and I knew he was a man when he came to my house and came to get me. I know that was a man, and I didn't know how to react to a man, and that was my problem. But like I said, being with him for 4 years, it's going on 4 years. And seeing where I was at, and now I'm like, golly, like seeing all our developments, like where Kiki was at, where he was at, everything that he said that he was gonna do, he did. Every promise that he kept, he did.
Yeah.
So that's real, for me. Like, for real. Like,
We
you
love
don't,
you, baby.
So
you don't
Asaday,
understand.
what's some wisdom that you would like to leave the people?
Wait, I had a question though for Asaday. Before I get to crying, because I'm gonna cry over there off camera because I'm too cute right now. But
Oh my gosh.
would you say?
She got the ugly cry too, y'all. She got not only the ugly cry, she has the
Why you do
I can't
that?
talk while I cry. You know how they be like, I'm like, okay, baby.
Oh shit. Oh.
Stop
Oh
crying.
my god.
Cut the camera to Qiana.
Qiana cried too.
Oh man.
I done got misty. It's all good.
Come over. Come on.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful thing. These are
Yeah.
tears of joy,
That's
man.
right, that's right.
It's one thing that when people finally embrace love and they finally embrace, they don't want to let it go, or they're they're allowed to let their guard down and be vulnerable.
Right.
Because the hardest part is to be vulnerable with people that's going to take advantage of you. And I always say this at the very beginning, no matter who I meet, even Asaday, I never took advantage of this man. You know what I mean? I'm always like, what can I, help you with? What can we be a part? You see what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of it. I always want to make people better.
Right. So that's my question for he talked about my ugly cry. But anyways, like knowing what you know now, dealing with Bruce, would you say you riding until the wheels fall off? You coming on over?
Well, one thing about we're gonna always ride, regardless near, far, or wherever. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. That's my family. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times if I'm available, he need me, I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
And you here now?
Yeah, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I don't care if I'm 5 miles from me, 25 or next door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I have the ability, I'm there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I sold my old school and we locked in.
He says I'm about this damn car.
Hey, for real. Because a lot of people say, hey, I'd rather left a relationship than leave my old school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The hell, that was
Hey,
that
it was like
relationship.
that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hey, that's how it was then.
But now,
Materialistic.
now,
Now it can go. You know what I mean? I don't care. Give me a hoopty that can get on my land, that can make it to and fro.
We gotta have a high hoopty though.
High hoopty.
right? Because
Ain't no little small hoopty gonna get through
Off-terrain
there.
type.
Right.
Big.
Alexis, your Malibu ain't gonna make it,
We
man.
ain't gonna make it.
We need to upgrade and lift it up. Have you ever seen a lifted Malibu?
Yeah, sitting on 22s though.
Oh,
I see
wow.
one sitting on 30s.
See, me either. That's what you need. You need some 30s.
Throw some D's on it. That's got a Cadillac. No,
Oh Lord.
Everybody getting trucks. You got a truck. You got a truck. You got a
I
truck.
don't know why he fronting like that. Everybody ain't finna go get no truck. We gonna ride your truck, okay? Put some. I'm putting some.
That 15 passenger van gonna have some
Yeah.
nice all
Okay,
purpose.
so I wanted to put Scooby Doo on the back like a little sticker, a little sticker, a little.
No.
Why I can't have a piece of something for me? See, that's why I be talking about.
Okay, how about this?
Just a little piece.
You can put Scooby Doo in your purse.
No, I wanted a little sticker on the back.
Okay, we'll put it there. We'll put it under the bumper.
You know what? You ain't right.
It's
You
still
ain't
on the
right.
van.
Y'all, it's called compromising, y'all.
It's still on the van.
Dang.
I do too.
Right. Well,
All black.
She up here putting her bid in. I want my own truck.
Right.
She wrote it down on the whiteboard. I'm thinking she's telling us it's time to wrap it up.
Right.
She said, I want my own truck.
Right. Wait on Jesus.
Yeah, so you have anything, baby, before we?
No.
So, what's some piece of wisdom that you can leave?
Yes.
Oh, man. All I can say this. You got to study yourself approved.
Yeah.
You know, and that can go many ways. You got to know who you are. Find out who you are. Research. Reach out. If you need help studying or whatever, reach out to whoever. Someone that you can glean to. Someone preferably that's respectable. Someone that you can learn from. That ain't about that bull.
Right.
That you can trust. With things that deeply concerning you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I advise you do that first, you know, because truthfully, me, if you've got a minute,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of mistakes that I made.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I could sit here and tell you my life stories, you know, but all day long, you know, before
That's a paid subscription.
Yeah.
No, I just
you know, for real. I mean, coming up in the gangs, you know, I gang banged, you know, for over 13 years. You know,
oh,
yeah, I've been locked up in the federal and in local prison for over 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Been shot, been stabbed, you know, did a lot of things. Been in group homes and halfway houses and stuff like that. You know, but there's a lot that I took from that I can see now.
Right.
Because people, they swore up and down I wasn't going to make it to see 21.
Right.
But here I am, 48. I know I don't look it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go
you
ahead,
do
bro.
look it. It's okay.
40,
Go ahead,
Not
bro.
but
It's just disrespectful.
It's a lot of things that
I'm not disrespectful. Y'all know I joke.
it's a lot of things that you should look back at your past because
Oh, yeah.
as I always say,
Past
you got
is
that
funny.
rear view mirror that's that big. You know what I'm saying? And you got your front mirror, your windshield is this big. So that's just a reminder. That little rear view mirror is just a reminder where you come from.
Keeps you focused.
Keeps you focused.
I like that.
You know,
I like
keeps you
that.
focused on your vision. You know, not just keep holding back, but sometimes, you know, you got to reach back, brush that off, just a reminder. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things you need to reach out to one that can guide you, a mentor. You know
Definitely.
what I mean? For real, you need to do that because, like I said, I made a lot of mistakes, even relationship, even my marriages. You know what I'm saying? I made a lot of mistakes because I didn't know, didn't understand. You know, but once you understand yourself, you understand your purpose and who you are, what makes you you.
Yeah.
You got to know your soil.
Right.
You know what I mean? And what all needs to go into your soil in order for your soil to be productive.
Right.
In order to produce the righteous fruit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you can't just go with somebody because she got a big booty or looking good. You can't go
And
with
smelling
a dude
good.
Or smelling good. You
That
can't
they have a nice print in
That's
his great
that's
pants.
like that
Yeah,
song
bro.
Poison. I just realized what that song meant
Yeah. And the women,
2 seconds ago.
And the women can't just go for a dude because he look good, dressed good, got the latest Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Can't
Right.
do that either. You know, so you have to know what is it that this person can bring to the table, what you can bring to the table, flat out.
Definitely.
Flat out. Like
Flat
that.
out.
With your hand.
With your hand, flat out.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and that's definitely the importance is, you know, finding out, you know, your path. And then as you walk in that path, you're going to meet a lot of people. And like Pastor Rod Carpenter, what he said on relationships, he said that some people are scaffolding to your building, but some people are the permanent building. And so while you're on your path, you're going to meet all different types of people.
Yeah.
Right.
But don't allow people to take you off your path.
Yeah.
Your path is your path. That's your path. Now you're gonna meet people that's kind of just walking the same path. You're gonna meet
Right.
people that has a lot of things in common, and you're gonna grow. You're gonna learn. You're gonna have people that's just gonna help you, or get in front of you to dig that path for you, but they're not gonna necessarily be with you to the end. And you have to be able to accept that. And I think what's going on in this generation now is the fact that we don't know how to maintain relationships, you know, and that's a big problem because, you know, we're in the age of social media that's running rapid, and it's like click, block, delete, you know, whatever, and we don't know how to maintain relationships because a lot of times people burn bridges that they're going to need in life, you know, or you meet people and they said something wrong, all of a sudden it's World War III, man. We got to dead that.
Right.
Because we're human beings. Humanity is in stake here. You know what I mean? Humanity's in stake here. And I really believe that if we just learn how to work together, work through our differences, coming together and becoming one, a unit, a cod, is not everyone looking, acting, dressing the same. It's coming together in interdependence, a system to work together, and we all have our part to play. We all have our piece to the puzzle that makes the whole pie. No one slice is bigger or better than anybody else's slice. It's what's needed to complete the whole pie.
Right.
And so I would just say on you guys is, you know, this week, and it's the end of the week, you guys just reflect on your value, reflect on your gifts, reflect on who you are and what you can bring and what you can contribute. because do not allow something that's worth so much just sit on the shelf, because it's not going to do anything. Find something to do. Find people to be a part of. Find a community. Find whatever, and allow your gift to work out. Because when you're working your gift and you living who you are, everything that's inside you is going to change. Your problems become small. Your situations, your healing comes when you help and you give out. You know what I mean? And so I'll just say on that note, if anybody don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, you have something?
Don't forget to subscribe. We are trying to get our subscribers up so we can have that revenue coming in. Revenue coming up. Yes, yes. Also, don't forget, we once again are sponsored by our family. We have Where You HA. We have the Paris Boutique, Jasmine Paramount Collection.
Vanna Black.
And our GoFundMe. Please go to the GoFundMe page. If you can't donate, at least like and share.
The link is in the bottom of the description.
It's not hard, baby. I told you I just did a video. Where y'all at? Where is y'all at? Also, once again, hit up our cousin, A Unique Taste of Soul.
A Unique Taste of Soul.
A unique.
But tell them where you gonna be at. You ain't gonna always be in Ohio.
No, I ain't gonna always be in Ohio. Like I said, I plan on franchising. I plan on reaching out. So that's the Also too, y'all have any questions as far as like y'all have children that may be involved in gangs, that y'all would like to glean to, or y'all like to reach out to me about. I'm willing to give y'all my wisdom on that part.
Yeah.
As far as boxing, I train too as well. So if y'all have any suggestions on that too, just reach out to me, or just come follow me. Come follow me, and I'll talk about all that. Just hit me in my inbox if you want to know anything about it. Hey, I'm willing to give y'all some wisdom.
Definitely,
well.
he's a great resource for you guys. Definitely a great resource. But without further ado, even though we all are different, we all are one. We all are poly. Thanks for tuning in to the Polygenesis Show. Peace.